Welcome, welcome with love and light. Namaste, Ashe. Happy Tuesday. Happy Mars Day. Mars is the planet of action, empowerment, love, empathy, sympathy, compassion, motivation driven, fire, energy, health, healing, warmness, the Four of Wands, okay? The Ten of Wands in reverse, fire, Aries Mars, Aries Sun. All right, collective. The Death card, okay? Scorpio, Mars. All this Mars energy here. Page of Wands in reverse. All this fire, fire, fire. The Five of Wands in reverse. And who is here? The Queen of Wands. Welcome in. Good evening, okay? We are evening out the day, leveling out, balancing out the energies, closing out the energies, leavening the energies. All right. Happy Tuesday night to you. So we have all this fire, right? Queen of Wands. What I'm hearing is you're sitting on power. You're sitting on power. Collective, you are sitting on powers. For some of you, you are the authoritative figure. Doesn't matter if you have a husband. Doesn't matter if you're the only feminine energy in your home. It doesn't matter. You're sitting on power here. You may need to level out the playing field. The Ten of Wands is in reverse. You're doing too much. Okay. You're losing your drive, your zeal, your zest, and you need peace. Okay. For some of you, being the authoritative figure in a house where everybody is lackadaisical, and you're not being empowered or reinforced, because collective, whoever I'm talking to, you don't back down, you don't give in, and you don't fold. Okay. You don't fold, you don't bend, you don't go whichever way the wind blows. And if you're not supported, you can be in a state of burnout and carrying the load all by yourself. It doesn't matter. You can be it could be 10 people in your house. Okay? Everybody has their job, everybody has their part to play. Even the children, their role is to be children, right? But whoever you are, collective, you don't have to be born feminine. Mars is masculine energy. So if you were born a female and this is your energy, where's the balance between the masculine and feminine energy? There's no balance. This is a masculine dominated environment that you are running. So that means that you're not living your soft life because there's no one else to pick up the pieces to help you, right? People are, so in essence, what this means is somebody is not contributing. Okay, someone's purpose in the household, people are not walking in their purpose. They're not even walking in their own will. When we are a collective, it doesn't matter that there's 10 people in the house, 10 different personalities. When you are doing according to what you are supposed to be doing, at the end of it all, the sum total can still be balanced. 10 different people with 10 different goals, 10 set of intentions. You can still work as a collective. I'm not getting that here. Now, the house is not chaotic. The house is not chaotic. There's no there's no chaos because you're running a tight ship because you're the only one that is steering the bow of the ship. Okay, you're making sure that you don't crash into any icebergs. You're making sure that you're not on shallow waters. Scorpio, there needs to be a transition. Something needs to happen. Something needs to change. Something needs to shift because you have lost your zest, your zeal, and you could be tired and you could be very frustrated. And right now, you want peace, but you may be the peacemaker. Okay? It's time for you to take, do switch it up. That's what I'm hearing. Switch it up, change it up, do something new. Not sure why I'm hearing the song. Tell me something good. Okay. Some of you are probably like, okay, what am I supposed to do? I'm doing all that I know to do. And if I'm supposed to do something differently, enlighten me. All right, so let's go. We got the Ace of Cups in reverse with the Queen of Pentacles. You're burnt out. Your needs are not being met. Okay. Welcome in those of you who are new. I am Dragon. Like, share, subscribe. You are burnt out. So let's answer the question. Somebody in the collective is like, okay, tell me what I'm supposed to do. How am I supposed to switch this up? Spirit, tell me about the Fool. What is this newness, this spontaneous, what is this change of course behavior? The Fool with the Death card. You need to change your course. All right. Look at this. Tell me something new. We got the Ace of Wands here. You need an outlet. We got the Death card, okay? Lack of... the Ace of Coins in reverse with the Justice in reverse. This is total imbalance. But let me just say this. You are the one that's imbalanced. You're the one that's not being nurtured, supported, and you're the one that's not getting your needs met. You're the one that's not living your soft life. Let me just remind you, the house is not chaotic because you're running a tight ship, but you are burnt out. You are burnt out. You work. You definitely work because you're the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, okay? You're trying to keep up with everybody's needs, okay? Everybody's needs in the household you're trying to keep up with. No one knows how you feel because you're not a crybaby. You're not a victim. You know that you're tired. Okay, the Page of Wands in reverse. You know that this isn't fun anymore. It's like, where's my break? But I don't even see you asking for a break. But the Ace of Wands in reverse, Spirit is saying you need an outlet. The Ace of Coins in reverse, you're the breadwinner. Not cool. Not cool. You're the one that's out here chasing the papers. I do not feel like you are in this household by yourself. I just feel like you are the head. So everyone is looking to you. And Spirit is telling me, whoever you are, divine feminine, because that's who you are, there is a masculine. You do have a counterpart. They're not pulling their weight. Or maybe you're not letting them. Maybe they're just like, you know what? We got the King of Coins here. And we got the King of Wands in reverse. He's like, shit, I could do it, but I'm not. Why? I'm tired too. So I'm sitting back. This ain't fun no more, but I'm sitting back. Go ahead. You go ahead and take this. Not cool. We got the World here. Okay, end of a chapter. That's like the Death card. Okay, the difference is you feel a sense of accomplishment. Damn, that's a damn shame. Whoever your partner is, it's like they feel like they are okay. They are okay. They are okay with you struggling, you being tired. Like, they're fine with it. Like, their needs, they're tired. Like, why are they tired though? We got the Three of Coins in reverse, the Sun in reverse. They're just not contributing enough. They're not contributing enough energy. They're not contributing, not saying that they are not, that they're useless. Not saying that, because they're being represented as the King of Coins, but the King of Wands in reverse. They don't know how to exercise their authority. They don't know how to take control of a situation. So, collective, whoever you are, the dynamics between you and your person, they look to you. And when you need someone to look to, they're not available. We have the lunar eclipse here and the magician in reverse. So when you go to them and you say, hey, I need more help, I need more support, then they start crying about them. They start crying about them, and uh, the Ace of Swords in reverse, the High Priestess in reverse, the damn fool is coming out with the Queen of Swords in reverse. They just say whatever they need to say to get you off their back. They act like they don't know what you're talking about. They act like they don't understand. And they act like they don't know how to help the situation because they don't want to. They're fine being the backseat driver. Eventually, they know that you're going to get off their back and you're going to continue to move forward. You're going to run the ship, make sure their needs are met, make sure that everything is handled. And, you know, okay, you tired? All right. We got the Two of Wands in reverse. You need to remind yourself of what your purpose is. Set your goals. Make some adjustments. So this is the advice moving forward. If this is you, okay, it's time for you to be cutthroat. It's time for you to spend some time with yourself and really, really focus on you. Are you living in your purpose? Is this the way that you wanted your life to? Is this what you envisioned yourself? Back then, did you see yourself this way? Moving in the future, did you envision yourself being in this dynamic? Now, like I said, the house is not chaotic. That's why your person, the King of Wands in reverse, your person, he's the King of Pentacles upright. His needs are being met. You're the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. You're too busy making sure everybody else's needs are being met. We got the Six of Wands in reverse. Your person is narcissistic. That's why when you go to your person, your husband, your counterpart, okay, the other responsible party in the house, this is why they do what they do, because they are narcissistic. They are narcissists. They are self-centered. They are vain, okay? They spin it. So they start having like an emotional breakdown about woe is me, this and that. And then because you are a natural born nurturer, you forget that you were supposed to be going to them, you know, getting them to step up to the plate. But then they flip it in reverse and it's all about them. And woe is them. And then you forget all about holding this person accountable. Okay, we got the Moon in reverse. You focus on their manipulation and not your intuition. And once again, you leave with your needs not being met. The Queen of Coins in reverse. Sometimes the Queen of Coins in reverse talks about someone who is, you know, chasing like a paper chaser for their own self. You know, so that they can, you know, because to show off their materialism, you know, actually living above their means, and they being, you know, manipulative and working hard, you know, for themselves, you know, envying what other people have and then going out to, you know, try to get what other people have so that, you know, they can look socially more, I guess, put together. But in this situation, that's not your energy, Queen of Coins in reverse. You are focused on making sure that your husband has everything that he needs. Your children have everything that they need. When they go step outside in the world, they look the part and they fit in and they're socially accepted. But what about you? What about you? Okay? You're the type of person that When you guys go out, everybody else is so well put together because you made sure. And then you, at the last minute, you just, put yourself together however. And nobody ever said, no, your husband don't say anything to you. Nobody says anything to you. And you've been doing this for so long. You've been doing this for so long. You need a reset button, and you need to hit it. And when you hit that reset button, it needs to be a real reset button, not just a fake for show reset button. Like, it needs to be action backed. Okay. Which advice moving forward? Advice moving forward for this Queen of Coins. What shall she do? What shall she do? Okay. Stop working. And I don't mean employment wise, but you go ahead. Pull back your money. Pull back your money. And it's, the energy that I'm picking up is like, I'm hearing a scenario of like, hey babe, can you drop my clothes off at the dry cleaners? Oh, I need that outfit for Thursday, and today is Tuesday. Can you also pick it up, right? Now, their dry cleaning bill, let's just keep it simple. Their dry cleaning bill, let's say it's going to cost them $50, right? You went ahead and you dropped your hubby's clothes off. You picked it up, you paid the bill. But according to your extracurriculum money, now that $50 that you were going to use to, do something, treat yourself to lunch, because you normally pack your lunch when you go to work. That $50 for you to go out and, treat yourself to a nice lunch. You don't have that $50, but yet your hubby is not giving you. When you go talk to him and be like, babe, can I have, such and such? I really want to, blah, blah, blah. It's an issue. It's an issue. And not saying that your monies are separate, but I am picking up on the energy of there's something about like your hubby having you do, things for him that you have to foot the bill, and he doesn't take that into consideration. Yet when he's ready to get his $50 haircut, he makes sure that he has that money. So if you were to say, hey, babe, can you take my clothes to the dry cleaner today, but can you pick it up for me? He's the type of person that'll be like, well, how much is your dry cleaning going to cost? Because, I got to get my hair cut, and that's going to cost me $50. And, it's like I'm picking up on that type of energy. I'm not even going to get into how y'all pay y'all bills, but I know that, when there's two income households, bills are paid. Both may contribute to the bills, but, separate entertainment and things of that nature, some of y'all are funny with it. But I'm definitely picking up on the energy. There's a husband out here that I'm not sure what his problem is, okay? And also, I'm hearing he could be the breadwinner, but he definitely isn't. He definitely isn't acting like it. Okay. Okay. What is this Queen of Swords in reverse with the World? Okay, the World is coming out twice. That's a sense of accomplishment. Somebody's lying to themselves. The Page of Wands is coming out in reverse again. Like I said, I'm talking to a married couple collective. Interesting how the King of Cups is coming out with the Knight of Cups in reverse. Somebody's having an extramarital affair, and that person is they got a hold on your husband. Somebody has a hold on your husband. Like I'm hearing somebody saying, collective, whoever you are, there's someone who is, they refer to your husband as being very calculated. Like they have them in a place and space of being very calculated. Or maybe your husband is very calculated. But I'm definitely talking to um, a divine feminine. Mm. The Knight of Swords with the Ace of Cups in reverse. Collective, if okay, so yeah, all right. Whatever is going on with your hubby, we got the Queen of Wands in reverse. The Queen of Wands in reverse. I think this person is about to. There's going to be a shift in their energy, a big shift in their energy. We have the High Priestess, the Ten of Cups, and the Star. I'm hearing someone saying, "I need to take quick action, and I need to fix this." Okay, told you you were a divine feminine. Um, you're a practitioner, collective, whoever you are. Like when you want to know something, the answers come quickly. Things are revealed to you. Someone could be a mentalist, and what do I mean by that? Your thoughts manifest very quickly, but also like being clear cognizant, meaning if you want to know something, it comes to you. I mean, and it comes to you quickly. I think you're going to become aware of your hubby's lack of emotional availability. You may have thought that, your husband had a lot on his plate, but you're starting to see that that's not why your hubby is the way that he is. You're starting to realize that um, he's always been emotionally unavailable. But when he has these emotional breakdowns, only when you're holding him accountable for his role in the marriage, you see what looks like a display of emotions, like someone who does not lack emotions. But I need you to understand that there are sociopaths that they can, I mean, we all have emotions and we express them, right? But that's the only time you really get an emotional act from your husband, when you're trying to hold him accountable, when you're trying to get him to, you know, co partner and be co-workers in your relationship. Okay, you do have to work together. The High Priestess with the Ten of Cups and the Star, this is definitely you doing spiritual work to get your marriage back intact. Now, like I said, your household isn't chaotic. You're doing a very good job, okay? Divine Feminine. So your household is not chaotic. You're just your spouse. We have the Six of Coins here. Welcome in, welcome in. This is you, asking the divine to, be more appreciated and more valued in your connection. But we got the Tower moment here and the Seven of Swords with the Ten of Cups. I believe that when you talk to spirit, you are going to get feedback and you are going to be receptive. And the information that's going to come out is you're going to have some shocking energy, some shocking um, feedback from the universe, which is that right now you are in a codependent connection. Okay. You are taking care, you have rescued. You are your husband's rescuer. Yes, that's why you keep coming out as the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay. You felt like you can save him. Okay. He don't want to be saved. Okay. You're quick to, I mean, when it comes to your husband, you are on it. You are on it. You know, you have a very heroic spirit. You have a very heroic essence about you. That's why he wants you. That's why he married you. That's why he's never going to leave you. But don't forget, earlier I said there is a third party. He is entertaining someone else who knows him very well. They can see the truth of the matter, but you know, they're not the ones who took a vow forever in a day, you know. But spirit is going to tell you the truth. And there's going to come a moment in time where you need to actually really take a break, step back, and start your healing journey. But you are going to have to cease fire when it comes to, you know, taking shots at the world to save your husband. You know, he has a way of, you know, we got the Three of Cups in reverse. The King of Cups, the Four of Coins. This is definitely, he has built an emotional bond to another woman. He is emotionally bound to another woman that he is not letting go of. He is in love with someone else. He is showing this woman, he is being very understanding. He's being very heart-centered. He's listening to her. Okay, he sees her as his soulmate, yet he's already married. Okay, he feels like she's the one that should be his wife, and he's not satisfied. This is not collective. If you resonated with the beginning of this message, and this is how it's turning out, this is not a easy pill to swallow. Okay. He's very dissatisfied and he's unmotivated with the marriage. That's why he's letting you just take full control. That's why when you have these conversations about him, you know, pulling his weight, stepping up to the plate, that's why he turns it into he spins it into a whole woe is me type of thing, and he gets very emotional, and you know, you fall for it every time. But we have the Four of Wands here. Okay. Divorce, discord, lack of support, division between the two of you. You guys may have been divided for a very long time, and this is what I don't understand. Yes, you guys, there is a family here, so collective, it's not just you and hubby. You know, there's children involved. Don't know how many, it doesn't even matter. Okay, one is enough. Okay, but he has stepped outside of the marriage and fell in love with somebody else, and wishes that they were their wife. Like, he feels like this is the person that should be his wife. Okay, I mean, he can feel that way, but my thing is this. We got Judgment in reverse. What, you just gonna sit in it? Okay. You Judgment in reverse. You need to step it up. Okay. You need to make a decision. Okay. You don't want to make a decision because the Ten of Cups in reverse. Maybe you married the one that you married because she saved you financially. She saved you financially. Okay. At this point, you may have inherited some things, and you don't want to walk away from that. So that's why you're living this double life. And whoever this person is with you, you're not letting them go. That already came out. You're definitely not letting her go because you're actually in love with her. You feel like she's the one that should have been. Meanwhile, you're still married to someone who is saving you from whatever it is that you need saving from, instead of you standing up tall and strong. You're not. You're sitting back in your recliner letting your wife do all the everything. We got the Five of Wands in reverse. We have the Seven of Coins in reverse. The Five of Coins in the reverse. So Spirit is saying, Divine Feminine, the situation will have some type of resolution. That's great to hear. The Seven of Coins talks about good things take time. Okay, so just be patient. Something coming, some positive changes are coming. Okay, things are going to turn. We have the winter solstice in a year or more, or whatever the case may be. Just honor and validate your feelings. Take care of yourself. But it looks like Spirit is saying that you need to delegate responsibilities and start sharing these priorities with your hubby. It looks like this is this is going to happen, but you know, things may seem to get worse before it gets better, collective. But this energy out here is saying that there is going to be a redirect. You're going to have to reduce your load. Okay, reduce your load. Get your priorities straight. Delegate responsibilities to your husband. Harmony will be restored, but it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time. How did all these get like this? It's going to take some time. Definitely a year. We're looking at a year or more. Judgment and the Emperor. The Five of Cups. Yeah, this is some type of resolution. Your anxiety may you know what, I really hate the fact that, because this is heavy, right? Now, it's not going to be like a year go by and then boom, everything is going to be fixed. A year is not a long time, but it could be a year or more, right? A little bit longer. I guess if you've dealt with this all this time, because whoever I'm talking to, this is not, I'm not talking to newlyweds. That's what I do know. Okay. But what caused the shift in the energy, the reason why things are going to be restored, is because of the connection that you have with the divine. You are going to give the divine the opportunity to pour into you, and you're going to accept and receive it. Reciprocity will be met. Balance will be restored. There will be a shift in delegations, responsibilities, and things of that nature. Your husband is going to cooperate. Okay, there will be cooperation. So whatever the problems that you're having right now, solutions will be met. That is a plus. That is a plus. So I know marriages have their ups and downs, and some of the downs, periods are longer than what they need to be. But Venus and Libra, I believe, definitely is giving us the empowerment. Venus is fire. Venus, same energy as Mars, except Venus is feminine, Mars is masculine. Okay. I mean, I'm happy to see that things will turn around for you, collective. But it's definitely been a long time coming. And I guess the moral of the story is that your connection with the divine is what is going to cause the shift in your husband's energy. Judgment and the Emperor, look at this. He went from a wands to a king to an emperor, right? This Five of Cups, I kind of feel like this is him letting go that chick that he's in love with. That's that person, his mistress. This looks like Spirit is telling him to let her go. Yeah. Yeah, the Lovers, the Three of Wands in reverse, and Temperance. The Three of Wands going back home, leaving this lover, okay? So that there is peace, temperance, peace and balance in the household. And we have justice, balance, okay? Wow, that came to full circle. Well, I mean, hey, you connected like that. You definitely, this is all due to your spiritual connection with the Most High, universal energy, whoever you subscribe to. Okay, all the changes. Okay, this is how marriages, relationships, friendships, partnerships, this is how they make it, just like this. Okay. So I mean, you went straight to source to get guidance, uh, empowerment, divine renewal, okay? And there you have it. And also, what I found interesting is how no matter how tired you got, was more emotionally giving to his mistress, right? He felt like she should have been the one. He felt like he missed out on the actual right one. But here's the thing. Truth be told, he felt that way about you. He felt that way about you, okay? That's why he married you. So if he had married her instead, he would still be acting the same way. Because after you went to Spirit, okay, and that shift in energy and all that, and, divine intervention, and now your husband is taking accountability for his behavior and being more responsible and more present and actually let go of his mistress. Come on now. What does that say? What does that tell you? Okay. He yielded. Because Spirit actually put a bug in his ear after you did the work with Spirit, right? And Spirit had a conversation with him, okay? And he yielded to Spirit. He was obedient to what Spirit told him to do, and he let go of his mistress. It was sad, the Five of Cups. He was sad to let her go, but he let her go. And that's all that matters. harmony, justice, Venus, Libra, Venus. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. Nevaeh, welcome in, Nevaeh. Jim Dragon. So, I mean, if you can't go to the divine with your problems and ask for a solution and not get the result that you want, I mean, what good is it, right? But collective, whoever you are, it happened the way that it works. You go to the divine, you present your problem, you ask for a solution, divine gives you a solution, divine guidance. When you take heed and you are obedient to spirit, things change. Things change. And that's what happened. All right. So, collective, that is your message. I can do a one card pull for Zodiac. For Zodiac, I'm going to start with Aries and go around the wheel. Do I want to use this? I don't know. I don't think I want to use the tarot deck. I mean, you know what? I'm going to do what's the tea, and I'll tell you why. Because although Venus in Libra is like, when people think of Venus, they think, oh, it's like all love, it's all good, it's all fun, it's all peaches and cream, it's sugar and spice and everything nice. No, it's not. It's not. Because social justice, justice in love, divine justice, karmic justice, however you want to slice the pie, even if you are the one that is being avenged by spirit, it's still not pleasant. The process is not always pleasant, okay? Venus in Libra is shaking shit up, okay? Real bad. Real bad. Yep, we got legal issues. Aries, facing court matters, paperwork, and delays, dealing with authorities. Okay, so that's exactly what I'm talking about. So for some of you, this is justice. This is Venus energy, okay? Aries, if you are facing court matters and it look like the shit is not going in your favor, just wait on it. Be patient, because you're dealing with people. You're dealing with fucked up people to handle your fucked up situation. Venus in Libra, divine intervention, divine justice. Let it handle. It's got to work through these fucked up people. Because fucked up people can't help fucked up situations, okay? I'm being blunt like that because people think that, when spirit is avenging, okay, on your behalf, because we should not take, look, you know what? I'm not even going to say what I was going to say, because sometimes the divine will order our steps to handle our own shit, okay? Yes, that does happen. Spirit will give you guidance to handle your own shit. Spirit will walk you through the process, because we have people, fucked up people, in positions where they are supposed to be helping us to seek justice. And sometimes they are too messed up to perform in the manner to be helping others. So Aries, if you are dealing with any legal or if you're dealing with authority, okay, if it looks like things are not happening quickly enough, if it looks like the papers aren't getting pushed fast enough, if it looks like there are delays in justice, don't worry about it. It will get handled. It will get handled, Aries, okay? Aries is governed by Mars. Mars and Venus, they work hand in hand, so you good. You definitely good. Aries, you definitely good. Check your birth chart, Aries, because you may have Libra in a few of your houses, okay? All right. Taurus, we have screenshot. I don't like this. I feel like someone is actually invading your privacy, Taurus. We got caught in 4K, saving receipts, Facts over feelings. Taurus, I feel like somebody is being nosy. I feel like somebody's overstepping their boundaries. I feel like someone is invading your privacy, and they, for whatever reason, um, someone may have be privy to some sensitive information. Okay, and they have a digital copy of it. Don't worry about it, Taurus. Because karma is on that ass. Okay, don't worry about it. They're gonna get what they have coming. It's not a matter of holding your breath, waiting. Don't even check in to see if they're getting what they deserve. You're going to know. Gemini, we got inside scoop here. A closer look, nosy. Why is everybody fucking nosy? Up in your business. Gemini, somebody is nosy as fuck. They watching you. They all up in your business. But this is somebody that you actually know, Gemini. Somebody actually, literally, with their own natural eyes, can watch you where you are. Okay? Like, they don't even need to, they don't need to use any type of digital technology. So, Gemini, someone, I'm actually getting I'm like, someone is actually watching your house, Gemini, but they're dead smack in front of your house. Like, someone is able to, this could be someone who, however they are, but they have dead on direct visual of your house from the front of your house. Like, someone standing facing your house, like they're able to look directly at your house, not from an angle, not from the back, not aerial view. So this is not any type of digital surveillance. This could be someone who lives directly in front of your house. They're watching you. You definitely know this person, but they're nosy as fuck. But they also have the inside scoop. Okay. Cancer, we have wasting time, stuck, no changes, and limited. This is actually in the reverse, okay? You may have felt like something was a waste of time. You may feel like you're not making progress, or you may have made a move and you felt like, damn, what was the point and the purpose? What I'm hearing is that changes are happening, you just don't see it. Not yet. The changes, you made a move, okay? It's going to be revealed that you're going to see the changes. Just give it some time, all right? Because I'm getting that what you thought was a waste of time is not. Leo, we got the jackpot in the reverse, okay? I am picking it up on someone who does gamble. Leo, you may be a gambler, okay? I think I'm actually hearing both, okay? There is a feminine energy, Leo, that is like a good luck charm to you. Okay. Wow, collective. I'm picking up on multiple energies for this particular reading. So you may have a Leo Sun, a Leo Venus, a Leo Mercury, a Leo Neptune. Collective, this is, so when you are listening to, especially if you listen to tarot readers a lot, it doesn't take much to pull up your birth chart. There's so many websites out here. And the reason why I'm saying this is because you need to know what's in what house. You don't have to understand everything. Just go to these websites like Astrology Cafe, birth chart. Pull up your birth chart. Just take a screenshot. You don't have to know everything. And I'm saying this because for this Leo energy, I'm picking up on multiple people that this message is for. But you need to know, for example, Leo Sun is definitely in this Leo energy with this jackpot. Unexpected windfall, right place, right time, big blessings ahead. So one of the messages that I'm getting is, Leo, you have a feminine energy that is a good luck charm. You, Leo, may be a succubus, meaning you absorb energy very well, or someone actually empowers you. Like they are uh, projecting their energy into you, right? So they actually want you to be blessed. They want you to be financially prosperous. They want you to like, because someone, Leo, someone knows that you're a gambler. They don't want to see you lose. Like it really breaks their heart when you gamble and you lose money. Um, and then I'm also picking up on the energy of a very low vibrational Libra. Like you just have a gambling. I said Libra. I said Libra. I meant to say Leo. Okay, so you can have a Leo sun and you can Leo Mars or a Leo Lilith. Okay, Leo Lilith, Leo Saturn. Yeah, if you have a Leo Saturn, you shouldn't be losing. I mean, I'm just if you have a Leo Saturn, you should be losing. If you're losing something ain't right, you need to have a conversation with God about. You should not have a Leo Saturn and be losing your money unless you're just totally out of control. Let's see. I'm picking up on Leo Sun, Leo Saturn, Leo Lilith, um, Leo Jupiter. Okay, but the messages are not the same for everyone. So you guys, please find your birth chart, find a website. All they ask for is your birthday, whether you were born a he, she, please, it does matter. It's not about discrimination and all that other bullshit. Where you were born and what time. If you don't know what time you were born, just put 12 midnight, okay? If you know what time you're born, does it make a difference? Yes. Because timing is everything. Wow, that was loaded. I tapped into like several collective energies for Leo. You can have a Leo North Node as well, okay? So Leos, majority of you are, this is money, okay? I believe Venus is sextile Jupiter or Libra, one of those. But whatever the case may be, some of you, a lot of you, if you have Leo anywhere in your chart, 9 times out of 9, you're probably getting some money, okay? Virgo, we got bankrupt, right? Past due. You're not able to pay your bills. You're drinking, okay? Codependent, okay? Somebody's paying your bills. There are also, alcoholism is a major part of your problem as to why you don't have no money. Okay, Virgo. Libra, we have into you. Good chemistry, good vibes, pure intentions. Oh, wow, this is sweet. Venus governs Libra, okay? So you can have a Libra Venus, okay? Yes, I heard good luck. You can have a Libra Jupiter, okay? This is awesome, Libra. If you're not in this place, you know what? Somebody doesn't want you to go, okay? Like I said, you guys, you don't have to have a Libra sun, but check your birth chart, you guys. Screenshot that shit, okay? Screenshot it and save it. When you screenshot it, it's going to be saved in your screenshot folder. Go ahead and save it in your pictures. Make it a favorite so you can have easy access to it, okay? But you guys, really, you do need to know what's in your houses and what zodiac signs are in what planets. So most birth charts will show you Placitas, of course, the 12 houses, and tropical. Some of them do, is it Vedic? Some websites may not, but some may. So if you do tropical and I say placitas, I may not be saying it right, but when you see the word, you know what I'm talking about. Libra, somebody doesn't want you to go. They actually love you. They get along with you. They can feel your pure intentions. They see you as very authentic and very genuine. So for some of you Libras, you could, like I said, Libra Jupiter, you can have a Libra Mars, because that's about taking action and moving and things. They don't want you to go. Somebody doesn't want you to go. You could have a Libra Saturn, okay? You could have a Libra Sun, all right? Scorpio, we have love on the brain, okay? Those of you who have just come in, welcome in, welcome in. Love on the brain. Lost in fantasy, can't stop thinking of them. Love that never left. Scorpio, I really need you to get a grip because right now, you're living in a fantasy world, so that means you're not really taking care of your natural self. This is definitely, you could be obsessed or you could be having some sort of separation anxiety, but you're creating false reality, Scorpio. Get it together, please, and thank you. Sagittarius, we have same shit, different day. Focus on your goals, Sagittarius, because if you feel like you're in a loop, that means nothing is changing. Okay, that's like the death card in reverse. Okay, this is not normal. This is not okay. This needs to stop. This needs to change. Something different needs to happen. You need to switch it up. You need to do something. Okay, same shit, different day. That should not be your story. That shouldn't be anybody's story. Sagittarius, so change the story. Okay? All right. Capricorn, 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 Capricorn. We got creeping in reverse. Why is creeping in reverse? I'm hearing I'm watching you, watching me. I actually want to clarify this. Capricorn. Oh, you're in stealth mode. Okay. I'm hearing creeping on the come up. That's what I'm hearing. Capricorn. You can have a Leo sun and a Capricorn emotions. Capricorn moon. So Capricorn, this could be your moon sign, and Leo could be your sun sign. You know, with the Six of Wands, are you not Leo? Capricorn, this is your moon sign, but you definitely have a Leo sun all day long, okay? This is why you guys need to know your birth chart. When you're listening to collective messages, it's not all about the sun. Because this energy right here, this is a Capricorn moon with a Leo sun. Creeping in reverse. Somebody, Leo, you, Capricorn moon, Leo sun. Wow. Okay. Look, the Seven of Swords, yeah, creeping on come up. You sneaky as fuck. Okay. You always on the move. I had to clarify this because I'm just like, what's going on? You always on a move. Like, very strong-willed, though. I must say, very strong-willed. You may have some obsessive tendencies because the Chariot, you have a strong-willed. However, you strategic as fuck, but you sneaky, too. All I keep hearing is creeping on the come up. Creeping on the come up. Okay, if you want to know answers, I just heard Perry Mason. This shit is weird. Communication comes to you real fast. Oh, so you watching a lover? You're watching a lover. Okay? You're watching a lover. Wow. I mean, and you're telling yourself, I'm in too deep to stop watching. I just need to know. What do you need to know? You're definitely focused. You're looking too hard. You're looking too hard. Spirit is saying, although you, because I'm hearing Perry Mason, I've been hearing creeping on the come up. I heard it several times. Capricorn moon, Leo sun. Let me just say this, okay? Sometimes, even when you see things with your own eyes, it's not always what it is. Okay, and also, someone doesn't even know this about you. They don't. We got the tower in reverse. You always in some shit. And when you can't have your way, you get pissed the fuck off. Okay? At work, either you are emotionally abusive or at work you're being emotionally abused. Okay, so this is how you get your power. This is how you, so on the job you may feel powerless. Okay, and this is how you feel empowered. By being in control of who you watch and what you see and what narrative that you want to spin based off of what you see. Leo, I'm sorry that this is how you feel and operate, because there's a lot of trauma here. But if there is someone that you are involved with, obviously y'all don't live together, or maybe you are watching, maybe you do live with this person and you are watching them. Either way, it is creepy. It's creepy. It's not cool, okay? Capricorn moon, Leo sun, that's what I just pulled up. Aquarius. Okay, whoa, look at that money. Okay, is that $100 bill? That is $100 bill. Aquarius, we have giving money. Up here, you're a Leo. Tomorrow is your birthday. Happy birthday. Hey, happy birthday to you. Hey, happy birthday. Hey. 17 years married. 17 years married. We're separated. Okay. So is that why you get along with your husband, because y'all separated? Whoa, 72. 8/19/72. So what's that, 53? 54. Oh, he drinks a lot. You know, that's the part that people don't talk about, Juanita. And like, I'm dead as that's 50. So he will be, wait, today is the 19th. Oh, no, not yet. We we have 32 more minutes. I'm on the East Coast, so it is 11:28. So he's going to be 54. So alcohol does change you. I don't care. There are some alcoholics, they're never late. They're never late to work. It don't matter what time they have to be to work. They're never late. They're there every day. They work. However, that's what we call functional alcoholics, right? But I don't hear people talk about alcoholism in relationships. I don't. And people don't know how long y'all been married, but you said 17 years. 17 years ago, I'm sure, Juanita, both of y'all were probably like social drinkers, which in this country is acceptable. In a lot of countries is acceptable. So what that says is, if you are saying he's a mama's boy, that means, that, you know what, Juanita, that makes it worse. It doesn't mean that you've never had alcohol ever in your life, but I understand what you mean when you say you don't drink. It means you don't care about it. You don't have to have it. You don't crave it. It means nothing to you, right? It doesn't mean that you've never had a drink ever. But here's the thing. When y'all met, he wasn't stumbling, fumbling, drunk all the time, a burden. If he was, you thought you could save him. But it's something about when you get into, he did drugs. So let me guess. He slowed down on the drugs and upped the ante on the alcohol. Is that what happened? Yes. He slowed down on the drugs and he upped the ante on the alcohol. Yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah. So when people go clean, and not everybody who goes clean goes to alcohol, but it's just swapping one poison out for another. And I'm not saying that drugs are, they're both dangerous, okay? Um but anyway, so happy birthday, okay, to your husband. Uh you said you're Leo and he's Capricorn, or you're Capricorn and he's Leo. Let me go back. Let me see. Okay. Leo, my husband. I'm Leo, my husband Capricorn. So happy birthday to you. Capricorn is coming up what, in December? Yes. Happy birthday to you. Congratulations to you. Okay. Aquarius, paying their bills, meaning you are somebody's sweet spot, okay? Trying to buy love. Aquarius, why? Okay. I'm going to clarify this a little bit, because let's see if you're just, so it says giving money, but it also says trying to buy love. Now, gift giving could be your love language, Aquarius. So let's just see. Let's just clarify. We have the Hierophant here. Oh, this is what you know. The Nine of Swords in reverse, okay? So you feel like this is what you have to do, Aquarius. We got Gemini Mars here. What a combination. Gemini Mars. We have Taurus. Gemini Mars and Taurus. So you are an emotional giver, Aquarius. You feel like when you feel bad, you give money to people. Okay? This is tough, Aquarius. Spirit, what advice do you have for Aquarius moving forward? We have the Five of Swords here. Yes, self-sacrificing. This is just the way you've been programmed. When someone is upset with you, you give to them. And in this situation, you give them money. Yeah, we have the Ace of Wands and the Tower, the Eight of Wands in reverse, and the Chariot in reverse. You feel helpless. You feel hopeless. And right now, whoever you are and having trouble with, you feel like if you just give them money that the problems are going to go away. Aquarius, that's not the case. Whoever you're giving to, I mean, look, the King of Coins in reverse, Aquarius, they're just going to bleed you dry. So this is not the answer, Aquarius. Okay? Now, not saying that if this is your love language, it just means that the person that you're with is not appreciative and they don't understand what you're doing. You're just not in alignment with the right person. Okay? Pisces, we have bad karma here. And we have threatening. Okay? Power plays, controlling presence. You feel unsafe. Well, when you threaten people and you are a drama starter and you get in your bad karma, you do feel bad. You do feel unsafe because you can feel that shit is coming to you and it's about to go down. Okay? You love the chaos. You always in the middle. You always stirring the damn pot. You have bad habits, Pisces. You know what? And we got cyberbullying. So Pisces, you got people doing your dirty work on the internet. You're trying to antagonize people. You are sending, you are using people. I don't know how you get people to do your dirty work. Yeah, fake accounts. You're using fake accounts on social media to attack people. You're trying to Pisces. And I because I've been doing collective readings for so long, okay? For the past, now it's been 3 years. I don't know, there is a Pisces that is watching me. It collective, because I kept saying this, what is going on? Pisces have been bad for like the past 3 years. So I'm like, this gotta be somebody in my personal life. So I've been meeting Pisces lately. I've been running into Pisces, right? And they all have admitted that they know they've been bad. Like, I'm like, okay, because I know I wasn't tripping. And I'm just like, please, can I have a Pisces come forward who this is not your energy. What you know what's going on? Neptune moved out of Pisces. So there are a lot of Pisces out here they had that strong empowerment because they've been at home, they've been comforted for 12 years, 12 consecutive years. And then Pisces moved out, Neptune moved out of Pisces, and Neptune moved into Aries, and then Neptune retrograded back into Pisces for a couple of months, and then moved back into Aries where it is right now. Neptune is going to be in Aries, I think, for a couple of years. I'm not sure how many years, but I think some of those who like actually honed in and on that Neptune energy, they've been getting away with a lot of shit. But they're just like low vibrational, this shit's coming to a close, Pisces, okay? Whoever you fucking with, they don't deserve it. They don't deserve it. They don't. You got people, also, Pisces, worry about your divorce. Worry about your divorce. Worry about your shit, okay? Because you're literally being weak, okay? You're picking on people who ain't doing shit to you. Nobody's bothering you. Nobody's picking with you. But you like, I have the vision. You know how they say there are certain people, it's a phrase. Those of you who have just come in, welcome in, welcome in. Please like and subscribe. This is not to offend anybody because I know this is not true. I have dated men who are shorter than 6 feet tall. And let me tell you, the shoe size, what's that stereotype? You can always measure a man's power by the size of his feet. Okay, it's a stereotype, but there is some truth to it, okay? You know, some stereotypes are just bald-faced lies, but because we are so various in nature, right? Some people just fit into stereotypes, and some people just stereotypes is just a bunch of bullshit. Like there's stereotypes are based off of the limited exposure that you have. Because when you look at the bigger picture, stereotypes don't be true. Okay, so you can say, okay, here's something. There's a difference between stereotypes and things that are true, right? Stereotypes can be rumors, they can be opinions that some people didn't even care about, didn't think about, and now all of a sudden they start believing, right? So stereotypes are just don't get caught up in stereotypes. But what I'm saying is, whoever this Pisces is, I'm picking up on a Pisces that's very insecure about their body, their height. I'm picking up on a Pisces that is masculine, but probably has a really soft voice, right? It does stem from somewhere, Courtney. You're right. They do. But it's about your exposure, right? Because there are some stereotypes that are true only in your little world, right? Right? But there's a big ass world that exists outside of your little ass world. So some stereotypes are true in your little ass world. But when you leave your little ass world and you join the rest of the big ass world outside of your little ass world, that stereotype holds no weight. No weight, no validity, no truth, no nothing, right? But they do stem. They do stem from somewhere. Some of them stem from somebody, smear campaigns, gaslighting, uh, low vibrational energies, things to tear people down, emotional abuse, verbal abuse, antagonistic, narcissistic behavior, you name it. I can keep going on and on and on, okay? Somebody's birthday could be April 7th or July 4th. Okay, the 4th of July is significant for somebody. April 7th means something to somebody. Okay, but Pisces, whoever Pisces energy that I'm picking up on, you're like, a man with a soft voice who doesn't like that his voice is soft. He doesn't have a deep voice, so he feels insecure about his soft voice, right? So he uses that soft voice to be passive aggressive. Okay, you got married April 17th. Oh wow, congratulations to you. Okay, springtime wedding. Springtime wedding. New beginnings. That was a new beginning for you guys. This Pisces, very manipulative, has very bad habits, drugs and denial, repeating mistakes, can't break the loop. I mean, you can. Whoa, we got powder. Somebody using that powder. Juanita, you said April 7th. Okay. So y'all are definitely in the collective energy. Okay. When shit resonates, and especially very specific, very detailed, details or information, when it resonates, that means you are part of the collective. So I'm talking to a Pisces that this powder does stick out. Okay. Pisces, I know there's powder here, but they got the needle. Okay. So you may do crack. Some people, they'll say I do coke because for some reason people feel like to admitting to coke is not as much of a low blow as admitting to crack. But those of you know about crack and coke, look, neither one of them are good. Don't feel like one is better than the other, okay? But there is a Pisces here that I think they do both. They do the powder and they do the shoot up method. They use the crack in the needle and they smoke it, okay? But I am picking up on an abuser that is less likely to smoke. So the powder and the needle and the alcohol, okay? But you're using people. I don't get how are you able girl, Courtney, don't get me started. I didn't even know you could snort. You know what? Well, I guess because snorting is a form of ingestion. It does get in your blood system. I don't know much about things, but let's see. Could be snorting, opiates, or fentanyl. Let's see. Is it other things outside of these are feel good things. Yes. Because the sun came out. The sun came out. That's warmness, things that make you feel high. These are things that also metabolize very quickly, so you lose weight. These are things that cause you to lose weight. I know people lose weight on crack. Cocaine does speed up the metabolism, so that counts. I don't know what Fen does, but I know opiates make you feel good, okay? This sounds like mine, but I might be the Pisces. You're a Pisces Venus. Wow, so Pisces Venus, you're very passionate. So Pisces Venus, okay? This is not an opinion or a judgmental thing. But what I'm picking up on, Pisces, Venus, um, astral traveling, so mushrooms, hallucinogenics, you may be able to tolerate. Things that really send you out of, like, give you out of body experiences. Things that may be short lived though, like things that are, you'll get that rush, that warm feeling, that high, short lived. I don't know. I really don't know much about drugs, but I'm just saying what is coming to me intuitively. So, and I'm not trying to put anything out there. So if you've never tried shrooms, I hope that this I hope this doesn't make you want to try it. But a Pisces Venus, just intuitively, I'm getting um, things that send you out of the body, because astral travel, right? Meaning that emotionally triggering things can cause out of body experiences, even if you don't use drugs. You do not have to use drugs to have an out of body experience. I had an out of body experience last time I tripped acid. Courtney, what's acid? I've heard of it. Of course, it's not something I've never heard of. I just don't know what, because that's like old school. I've heard of acid, but I don't even know what it is. What is it? LSD. It's sad that I actually know the chemical name for LSD, but okay, LSD. That is definitely a hallucinogenic. That is something that will have you on the top of a high-rise building, um, thinking that you can fly and jumping off the building. How do I know that? Because someone actually did that in real life. They were at the top of a high-rise building. They thought that they were on LSD, and they jumped off a high-rise building. They thought that they could fly. They said that angels carried them. Um, they said that angels carried them. Now this person survived. And all I'm gonna say is this. We all know how gravity works. I said a high-rise building, okay? I don't care how you slice the pie. A high-rise building, I don't care if it's a short version of a high-rise. We know it's a tall-ass building. How do you jump from a tall-ass building and you still have your limbs, your arms, your legs, your rib cage? How are you not dead? I'm just saying. All I know is I believe that person when they said, although they were high, I still believe that person when they said, when they jumped, angels came and carried them down. They had injuries, but not not life threatening. They were sent to the psych ward. Okay. He had an assignment. He definitely had an assignment. And I hear people all the time. They say they can't handle their spiritual assignment and they try to run from it and they try to use drugs to drown out spiritual guidance. But for some of them, the drugs actually intensify and magnify the communication. I'm not laughing because I think it's funny, but it's like you go to use drugs because you think it's going to drown out spirit giving you the assignment, and you go take the drugs and you can hear even better. Like, I'm sure it's been rough. Courtney, I'm sure. I truly, truly, truly believe that somebody prayed for me in the womb, okay? Because, you know, sometimes when you see shit, okay? Oh, hands down. I hear people all the time. I'm not a drug user. I have a fear of it because some people see people get high and they're like, damn, I want to have that experience, right? And it sounds crazy. And I'm like, why would you want to try what that man tried? That mofo literally jumped off a high-rise building. And they're just like, they want to experience that. They want to know what it's like. So they go try it. Me, I'm the total opposite. I'm like, oh, hell no. Because it's playing Russian roulette. And I don't even know how it works, how spirits is there to save others and, others perish, right? But that person is still alive to this day. I was a little girl when this person jumped off the building. They were high off of LSD. It was a big, big, big news coverage, right? But at my age, I know this person is definitely a senior now. They're still alive. But they're no longer, I don't know how, okay? All I hear is people who successfully go through rehab. I hear a lot of people say rehab is successful. The problem is your environment. And when you are sober, if you don't, you have to create a new life. Okay? And I hear people say creating the new life is the hard part. People who have gone through rehab, one thing that they said, they didn't say rehab didn't work. They said once they were rehabilitated and no longer addicted to that drug, they didn't have friends. The environment was still the same. They had no one. So I think rehab should, yes, relocate. I truly believe in the action plan of rehab. Relocation should be in there, okay? Unfortunately, people have families, and so they may have children. And when they complete rehab, the action plan is to be reunited with their children and continue raising your children. And for some people, it works, and for some people, it doesn't. They say that they don't have the craving, but they cannot face life sober. And I thought that was very interesting. I always thought that rehab didn't work until I heard some people actually say, oh, it works. It's just that when you're sober, you see things from a different perspective. And it just, if you don't have that willpower to actually get up, take your family, move your family, go somewhere. And everybody is not like that. Everybody's not like that. Some people, but guess, there are people, okay? There's not a general blanket for how people respond to rehab, because I know someone personally, they said I actually blew their high. I saw someone high and they were so slow. I was so scared for them. I didn't mean to, but I felt something pushed a cry. I cannot make this shit up. I am an empath. I don't have to know you, but it's just something. I was around this person and they were high off of PCP. Both, they were so slow. So slow. And I was so scared for the person. And it's different seeing it on TV versus seeing it in the flesh. My heart hurt so bad. I didn't even feel like a cry was coming out, but a cry came out. This person, I didn't know it at the time, but I saw that, I just felt bad. And I hugged that person and they said, don't cry, but they were so slow. And I just left because I was getting sick. And lo and behold, that person said that I blew their high. They felt my heart. And it sobered them up. I can't make this shit up. This was, I don't know how many years ago. I was young. I was an adult, but I was young. They said I blew their high, and they went to rehab. Um, they went to rehab, and they went back to their environment. They never moved, but they never forgot me. And they called me and said that the person that they were with said they have never that was love. They never witnessed love like that. They said that was love, okay? And they got clean, work, and never stopped working. So they swapped out the drugs for working. They became a workaholic, but I don't judge people. I don't. They needed something to focus on. Now, that was God. You know what I'm saying? You know, when I say God, I'm not being technical, or, you know, we know when we say God, we know that we're talking about a higher source, a higher power. We know we're talking about a divine being and not a person. You know, we're not talking about an invisible man in the sky. We're talking, you know, we're talking about a divine being, powerful. Okay? And I didn't even know that I had that type of effect on that person. I didn't even find this out until years later, that I blew their high. I didn't even know you can blow the high of somebody with PCP, on PCP. And that person, to my knowledge, has been okay. I don't, you know, didn't keep tabs on the person like that, but um you know, we all have experiences, okay? So, Courtney, I was raised to believe that pure and divine, you know, I did kind of get some programming that I'm learning that was not healthy, but you know, no one is pure and no one is divine. But as I've become, you know, I've done my own research. You do not have to be perfect to be pure, to have a pure heart. You do not. You do not have to be, you know, with blameless or faultless to be a divine, operating in uh, your divine essence. We all have the ability to operate in divine essence. We all can take spiritual baths. Yep, it is. Courtney, it is about your intentions. It is definitely my spirit did that. That was not my carnal brain. My spirit pushed out that cry. But that wasn't a cry. That really was a heart-to-heart connection. So drugs are not more powerful than God. No, they're not. Although there are pharmaceutical drugs that are designed to suppress the activation of the brain that is, you know, active when you connect with the divine. Okay, there's a part of the brain that is very, very active. That is healing. That was an act of healing. That was an act of spiritual healing. And what's interesting is I didn't even know what healing was back then. So that was evidence that these are innate things in us. I didn't even know what a spiritual healer was back then. Okay? But that lets you know that operating in your pure essence, your true essence, is healing and is powerful. And it comes out when it needs to. I think my brain had a reaction to what I witnessed, and my spirit kicked in. That's what happened. My spirit kicked in, okay? Um, I saw some commercials and then they disappeared. I saw commercials about procedures to get rid of opiate addictions, right? I did see some commercials, but I think I want to say I saw two and then it disappeared, right? So I didn't even get to really like sit down and focus to see what they were actually talking about, but they disappeared. And that sometimes when things disappear, I think people get muted when they actually have something that is not dangerous and harmful, right? Like they got the clearance to advertise on the commercials, but certain communities, these safe things get muted, right? There are herbs that get rid of the cravings. Like I said, um, I was talking to someone who was cutting my grass, and he's like, he's been through rehab several times. And he said it's not because rehab failed. For some people, they do whatever they do. I don't even know what they do. But he said that there are herbs, they are given herbal supplements that take the cravings away. And they stop taking, they don't want to do it. Okay? They don't want to do it. And he said he had successfully done rehab, completed detox, right? Which, by the way, that is not a fun process from what I heard. Every person that actually spoke the truth about detoxing, they tell you that shit is painful. Your body gets sick. You feel like you're dying in the cleansing process, right? But he said when he got back, into reality with family and stuff like that, he didn't know how to fit in sober. So when he went to go get high, he overdosed. That first high after being clean all those years, he overdosed. He didn't die. He was resuscitated. Um, so now he just drinks and takes psych meds, but he is a real horrible person because alcohol and psych meds are just horrible. Um, he's not family. He's not a friend. He's just somebody who, I had to cut my grass a few times, but that energy, you can't cut my grass. No, don't come. You can't even come on my property because I don't want that. It's like, because you're operating like, I don't want that energy because you have settled. This is what you chose, and I don't want that shit on my property. Yeah, people overdose a lot and their lives get saved. Yeah. Yeah, people overdose a lot and their lives get saved. But anyway, collective, that is the end of the messages, okay? Pisces, get it together, but Venus and Libra, all this bad karma, okay? This is your season. This is what's coming, Pisces. If the shoe don't fit, don't wear it. If you know that this message does not if you know that this message does not, resonate with you, this is not you. But for the past 3 years, I don't know what's been going on with the Pisces energy, but I've been running into Pisces and they're just like, yep, I know karma is a bitch. And I'm like, no, karma is not a bitch. She's real sweet. She's sweet on that ass, okay? Karma knows how to butter that ass real good. Make it nice and soft and tender, okay? Like, yeah. But, yeah, she's not a bitch. So collective, those are the messages. Um, Also, if you can always change. Okay, these collective messages aren't set in stone, unless you don't do anything to change it. Right? We don't control karma. We don't. Karma is something that people do not control. If you are due for good karma, you gonna get it. If you do for bad karma, you gonna get it. When, how, and where, don't know. And some of the people that you know you did things to receive that karma, they may not even witness your karma. So those of you who are just like, I want to see, the people who have wronged me, I want to see them get their karma. You may not, okay? And it doesn't, just because you don't see it, don't think that they're not getting it. But what you can do, and this is what you can do, you can, pray a prayer and just say, Spirit, when, because people have done some fucked up shit out here, okay? Thank you for your positive engagement, Courtney, because there are people who comment, and I gotta block that ass. I gotta block that ass and keep it moving, That's what people do. They are cowards. They say stuff on screen that they wouldn't dare say to a person in their face. Coward, you weak, right? So if you can't say it in my face, don't say it to me on screen. Because on screen, I can't feed into it because I don't want to get no violations and banned and all that other shit. Don't want to get reported. Because I got caught on screen, speaking my piece, exercising my freedom of speech, right? Good vibes only. Yeah. And sometimes, so when the energy gets hectic, you'll hear switch in my tone, and because some things strike a chord in me, but for the most part, I don't use the screen to, although you can't see my face, it's not because I'm hiding. It's just because people do some real shady shit. Like, I know people, they steal pictures and images and things of that nature. Yeah, you want to see my hands? Okay. Taking pictures of my hands and shit. But I'm not going to volunteer my face. Not on YouTube. Yes, I definitely feel other people's energy. Yeah, so for those of you who know, when you see me spraying, that means I've closed. Some people don't want me to release their energy. Courtney said I could never. When you see me spray this spray, okay? This is my spiritual cleanser. Oh, it works. It's very effective, okay? Spirit gave me the recipe. I did have some help with some ingredients, okay? But I am a herbalist. I am a holistic health practitioner. So putting shit together, that's just what I do. One of my gifts is you can tell me anything, and I can whip up something. Now I'm learning how to make shit taste good. Because I know that, first of all, I think people know that a lot of herbs don't taste good, right? It's true. But there's a reason why they don't taste good. If an herb doesn't taste well, that means it is very good for the digestive system. It is very good for cleansing and purging. However, don't abuse herbs. If they don't taste good, be mindful of how much you ingest, because you're going to have a reaction and a response to it, okay? The stuff that's over the counter, a lot of the stuff that's over the counter is bullshit. That's why people don't believe in herbs, because they go and they buy stuff, supplements over the counter, and they're like, it doesn't work. It didn't work because it was actually the real herbs, okay? And also herbalists, we buy supplements too because we can't make everything. Sometimes either we don't have the time, the energy, or some of these herbs aren't available, and we need to go to the store. Okay? You know what, Courtney? I have a loyal customer, okay? And his recipe is so disgusting. One day I was in crisis mode and I was like, I need to sip this blend. And by the way, as a kid, I had a bee. Yes, a bee flew in my mouth. I spit it out. It didn't sting me. But the taste of a bee is the most bitter, disgusting, and that taste did not leave. I know this sounds crazy as fuck. I know you're like, what? A bee flew? Yes, as a kid. I think I was in whatever age it is when you lose your first front tooth. That's how old I was. It was around that age, okay? I don't know how old that was, right? But honey, it's so sweet. I know. I think that is like balance. That is like nature, like balancing it out. That bee flew on my tongue. I don't know how it didn't sting me. Thank God it didn't sting me. I probably would have went into, and I don't even want to talk about it. But that taste was so bitter. This recipe that I have one for one specific, only him. I had a crisis moment and I was like, this blend will definitely get me in shape. Honey, it reminded me of that damn bee that flew in my mouth. I can suck it up. I can swallow the most disgusting herb. I can. But this blend right here, it reminded me of the taste of that damn bee on my tongue. I was like, I said, God, I can't do it. I can't drink it. I can't. Nevaeh, welcome back. I called up his wife and said, have you tasted that blend that your husband is drinking? I said, that shit is disgusting. I said, tell him I will work on a blend that tastes better. And he said exactly what you said, Courtney. He said, if it don't taste like shit, I don't want it. He said, I don't believe it's going to work. So he is the only one that gets that blend. So for everybody else, especially if I do like big events, big shows and things of that nature, some people who are new to herbs, some people who are new to herbs, you cannot just hit them with something disgusting and tell them to suck it up. Everybody don't work like that, especially these new age folks. Okay, everything, it gotta taste good. Some things just ain't meant to taste good. Cod liver oil, fish oil, okay? I grew up in a household, okay? When we went back to school, like around Halloween, okay? It never failed every year. We got lined up. And back in the day, yes, hold your nose. Open your mouth though, because you gotta get that. She only used, and here's the thing, she only used one spoon. She didn't wash the spoon. We all had to line up, right? Okay. She put the nasty ass oil, that whatever it was. She lined us up. We had to do that for, I think, 2 nights in a row. And then another time we had to line up. It was like, I don't even know what it was, but it was supposed to be for like allergies or whatever. And I have to say, yeah, plug your nose and grit your teeth. Because after you swallow, those teeth go like this. Ugh, they do. When you swallow, Your mouth is tight as fuck. That is the quietest moment in the house after that spoon came out your mouth. But she made sure we swallowed. But she made sure we swallowed. And I will say this. We did not get sick. We did not. Man, I'm telling you, we did not. We did not. We did not. We did not. We didn't. Not my house. We didn't. Okay? We didn't get sick. And that was the whole point. She was like, if you catch it ahead of time, you're going to be good. Welcome in, you guys. I'm just talking right now. I did a general collective, and then I did Aries through Pisces. And I did use What's the Tea. I used the What's the Tea deck for the messages. I said Chiron is retrograde in Taurus. Before it went retrograde in Taurus, it was retrograde in Aries. Okay. Yeah, I did all the signs. I started with Aries and I went all around the wheel. Okay. Mira, if you want a financial reading, Courtney, it is definitely past my bedtime and I do have an early morning. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy Tuesday, everybody. I don't know why it just popped up on the screen and said you're live. I'm not sure. I've never seen that before. I don't know. I've recorded 2 hours. I recorded 2 hours yesterday or day before yesterday. I didn't timestamp today, you guys. Because you have to write down the time. Yeah, I know. Did you see that? It said I'm live. It just, like, literally, it just popped up and said I'm live. Not sure. That's never happened before. Not sure what that was about. But I think it's best if I continue to timestamp. Courtney, you have a good night, my dear. I'll see you the next time. Make sure you are subscribed, my dear. Do turn your notification bell on, Courtney, because I don't have a set schedule. I don't have a set schedule. So if you want to catch me when I'm live, just turn the notification bell on. And for those of you, if you turn it on in the app, the notification will only be in the app instead of being a notification on your phone. If you are like me and you don't want all these notifications going off on your phone, turn the notification on in the app and not through your phone settings, if that makes sense. Okay. You guys, I'm going to go ahead and go. It's been past my bedtime. I do have to get up in a few hours, but after I do readings, I do have to cleanse the energy and stuff like that. So I definitely, between now and the next hour, I will not be asleep because I cannot go to sleep with all these energies. I got to cleanse. Okay. All right, you guys. If you want a private reading, mirror in the description. It tells you how to, it's just real straightforward. Just send me an email and we'll coordinate. The list is open for now. September, I will be able to put up a schedule and be more consistent. But right now, there's no set schedule. All right, you guys. Until the next time, with love and light. Namaste, Ashe.